Hi, this is Andrew Bennett of the Photo A Day podcast. Welcome to episode 2. In episode 2, we're going to talk about my photos 11 through 20 of my Photo A Day project. As you might know, my Photo A Day project has been going on for the past 5 straight years, and I decided to go through my archives and put together a little podcast of all the photos in that time. So, welcome if this is your first time. If you've been here before, welcome back. If you are a photographer and you're interested in this project and you'd like to talk with me, maybe we can work out a little project that I'd like to add as a segment to the Photo Day podcast. So you can get in touch with me at benspark@benspark.com. This show is sponsored by benspark.com, and I hope that you go and visit it. Thank you.
For a while I used to keep my transformers alternators on my desk at work. Then I moved to a building where you kind of had to look a little bit more professional. So they had to go, they had to be boxed up, but I miss them. This is a photo I took with my Sanyo Zacti C4 that had a macro setting on it, so I was trying to get a macro of the wheels. You ever hear those commercials where they're talking about the glass on your windshield, that you could have one small crack and then all of a sudden the whole thing will have a huge crack? Yeah, that's what happened in this case here. We got a huge crack in the windshield, but luckily I live in Massachusetts and I pay the insurance, so I can at any point get that replaced. And people come right to where you are and they replace the windshield, which I should crack them more often because it's easier than cleaning them. It's funny that I call this Wisteria Overgrowth. Really, this is not. That's not even the worst of it. This isn't even flowering. The vines creeping into everything, but you can see on the porch that it's just wrapped itself around everything. It just gets out there and it wraps around stuff. So I think it's probably the basis for every movie where they have the trees or plants attack people, because wisteria grows so fast and wraps around so much. As far as the photo itself, probably could have done better. This is this is just a snapshot as I was going into the house. More Transformers. This is Grimlock. In the cartoons he was a Tyrannosaurus Rex, and in this case with the Transformers alternators they made him into a Ford Mustang GT, which I love that car. And so both Grimlock and Wheeljack both had this form as for their car. And I think in the background I was trying to pull up a picture of one of the Transformers or something like that, but shooting from this perspective kind of gives this really imposing look of the robot there. So just changing up the perspective is sometimes a good way to put some interest into the photo. Alice and I were visiting her parents, and here we see it was a rainy day, so I didn't really get to go out and do anything. So it's just taking photos of this bucket of flowers that just get filled up. Trying to really get well, I liked how the water looked in this photo. I can't say it's a very compelling photo, but I don't know, caught my interest. 15 days in and I'm already taking pictures of things like the freezer. Ooh, this was tough because it was the first the first year, and I just started shooting whatever, and really not thinking too much about the subject here. But yeah, this is an open freezer. This is our church. It happens to be across the street from the house, and I always want to take pictures of it because I like how it looks against the sky. Always gets different types of looks on the sky there. Sometimes early in the morning when I get up and go to work, it's got the reds and yellows and oranges. Just when it's one of those beautiful mornings, the church looks awesome when that happens. Anyway, at this point, this photo was from 200 days to our wedding. So 200 days till Alice and I got married. So that was I don't know, just felt significant to take a picture of the church where we were going to be married. So this is a picture of my sister's dog Taylor, who was in the middle of running as I tried to take this photo. I took a few, and I got pictures of Taylor, but I don't know, for some reason I just wanted like a nana, you missed me, you're too slow, you can't catch me when taking those pictures. So yeah, so I decided I was going to take this photo and decide this is the one that I wanted for the day. I like how the shadow, the dog shadow there, and the dog is in motion, and I don't know, probably could have put it somewhere else on the frame, but the actual photo, I don't think I cropped it very much. The dog was just about out of the frame at that point. Out of this photo, I think I have two things still. The cat, Oliver, and the Logitech trackball, or no, I'm sorry, it's a Microsoft trackball, TrackMan. That is my favorite mouse. It screws everybody up when they come over to play with it, but I like it. It's one of the best mice that I've ever had, and here I am 10 years later, still have the same one, and it's working great. The computer, the iPad, and the keyboard, they're all gone at this point. As far as this is the cat just sitting on my desk in front of the computer, back of the keyboard. Um, Probably could have tried to get him looking at me, but what's nice is that actually get some yellow in his eyes rather than the laser eyes that cats usually get in photos. It's still a little cloudy around the middle of the eye though. I want to get those a little bit clearer. Tequila. Oh, yep. Margaritaville Premium Tequila. Probably tequila I like a lot. I mean, the only way I really drink tequila is in margaritas anyway, so it really doesn't matter. Cuervo or tequila, Margaritaville. I was at a bar, and the bartender said, what do you want for the tequila and the margarita? I'm like, oh, I usually get Cuervo. She goes, oh, you like hangovers then? So she gave me something good. I don't remember what it was. Not that I blacked out or anything. It's just I didn't ask what type of tequila it was. But it was in a margarita, so it just tasted like a margarita to me. Um, Anyway, just another different perspective here with the focus on the top of the bottle, where you can still read the bottom as well.